Jennette.
Thank you. Can I just say thank you to Rosemary for inviting me here tonight, and to Rosemary and team for organising this discussion. The theme for tonight's discussion, I think, is so appropriate: the great benefit swindle. And as you will hear from the speakers here tonight, this is the largest, most complex reform of the benefit system that we've had in this country for very many years. Now, on my way here, I was thinking about my constituency of North East London, which, as Rosemary has just said, covers Hackney, Islington and Waltham Forest. And I reflected on what I am told time and time again by my constituents. They love living in this part of London, love living in London. And what they like best is the buzz, the excitement, the tolerance, the sense of fairness that they experience on the whole, day in, day out, from living in a diverse, multicultural city. They chose their locations, they chose this city. So it seems odd to them and me, and I hope to a great many of you here, that one of the themes that the government said that's underpinning these changes is fairness. And then one of the impact of this fairness is that people who have chosen where they are to settle in this free country of ours should then be facing the threat of being uprooted. That's really where I start to get angry. Because I know in our way we are passionate about our neighbourhoods. We want the best for everyone. We also broadly agree on the things we need. Pretty straightforward. We want a safe location. We want access to our NHS. We want homes that are affordable. We want jobs for ourselves and our children. And we want our welfare system. We want the pledge that was made by our grandfathers that we have taken on to continue, and that we would have a service that is there for all. That's the pledge that I think we all signed up to in this room, and certainly all Labour members are signed up to that pledge, to that fabulous agreement, to the collective. And so when we get changes from a government, that means that our neighbours, with or without children, will be uprooted and sent away. We say that is not fairness. We do not want to see Kosovan-style clearance in our neighbourhoods. Now, you may say these are emotive words. Well, I put that back to anybody who says that to me, and I would say, come with me if you want emotive words, and listen to my constituents who have experienced an absolutely horrific experience with the Atos Healthcare multinational company when they've arrived at their doorstep to do work capability assessments. That's been horrible. That's been emotive. The scale of change is so immense that I'm only going to touch on one that has absolutely come time and time again back to me, because I think it touches on the lives of us all. And that is the Welfare Benefits Operating Bill. This bill will remove existing protections from rising cost of living for working and non-working families alike. Families who are already facing a daily battle to make ends meet. Now, I'm not going to go into the deprivation indicators that I've got within my constituency. We live here, we know what North East London is like. I'm just saying to you, and you know it, that these changes will mean that it's children and families who will pay the price for high inflation rather than the government. Where is the fairness, I ask? How can those who have live comfortably in the midst of all this upheaval? Well, I tell them they will not be able to live comfortably. So that's why I'm saying these benefits affect us all. Because it cannot be that people are going to be on the right side of the road, in their multi-million-pound houses, feeling safe, while those on the left are suffering the distress. It doesn't work like that. We've seen what the results are when you have those sort of disparities. It isn't going to work, right? And that's why we as Labour, we've got to stop it. We've got to say that it is not appropriate for 60% of savings from the operating cap to come from the poorest thirds of household, with only 3% from the wealthiest. We've really got to stand up for that. And the other benefit I want to touch on, and it's really close to my heart, was the benefit that Yvette Cooper was talking about last Sunday on Mothering Sunday, when she reminded us and talked about the mum's tax. And what she was saying was that these benefits are going to have a disproportional impact on women. That's the issue of the inequality that I want to just bring on. So that Yvette was reminding us that 7 out of 10 mums say they are financially close to the edge already. And 1 in 5 admit they are skipping meals to feed the kids. It's mums, grands, aunties and volunteers who are working hard to keep local nurseries or the mums and toddlers group open after a 20% cut in Sure Start. It's mums who are trying to find their teenagers jobs as youth unemployment spirals. And in many instances, they are in charge of the care of elderly parents and relatives when now that Meals on Wheels is threatened or gone. The IFS, the Institute of Fiscal Studies, now many of you will know that is not a left-leaning think tank. So when the IFS confirms that a family with children will on average be £530 worse off next year, I think that we can accept that what they're saying is not something that is specially written for us. It is based on the statistics they have seen. So a family with children will be £530 worse off, whilst after April of this year, in 2 months' time, Boris Johnson, the irresponsible Mayor of London, his banker friends, and I said banker, and all those earning over £150,000 will get a cut at the top rate of tax from 50p in the pound to 45p in the pound. Where is the fairness? As Londoners, we have no way of knowing how much the Mayor of London earns, and he will neither confirm nor deny our challenges to him that with all his outside activities, he earns over £1 million. Well, I believe he does. So in April, when my constituents will start to feel the worst impact of the great welfare swindle, the Mayor of London will be in line for a cheque from HMRC for approximately £40,000. Where is the fairness, I ask? Thank you for listening to me.